Hi everybody, what's brewing? I'm Mike Biana and this is Coffee Talk. In this age of Instagram filters and hashtag selfies, anyone can pick up a smartphone and consider him or herself a photographer. But it takes a certain talent to be able to tell someone else's story through the lens of a camera. Joining us at the coffee table today is a man who does exactly that. William Riera has traveled the world all over to take pictures of people through their everyday triumphs and struggles. And he is here today to talk to us about his travels and his photography. William, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mike, for having me.
Now, you have a gallery opening up from October 3rd to December 5th. Can you tell us a little bit about your photography and what we can see?
Basically, this is going to be my first solo photography exhibit, and the name of the exhibit is Souls, Evocative Portraits from Around the World. And basically, it's just a collection of portraits that I have taken around the world of everyday people in their natural environment, and I'm trying to portray how they live, what they feel, what they experience in their personal life.
Right, your focus isn't so much on taking pictures of people who are models or
No.
picturesque landscapes. You're taking people going through their everyday lives.
Their everyday life.
Now, how did you get interested in taking photography? I know this isn't what you studied in college. This isn't what you do as a living. Yeah, it's not your career. So how did you get interested in photography?
Basically, in the late 90s, when I'm a software engineer, and I study system engineering in computers, and that's what I do for a living. But in the late 90s, I started to study web design and graphic design, and I kind of became interested in the visual image, and then I started to focus on photography, and then I went to college. I took some formal classes of photography, and then it's been just a journey of doing what I'm passionate about, which is photography.
So this is your passion. I know that this has taken you back since 2003. You've
Right.
been all over the world. There are pictures, of course, right in our own backyard in Miami, but also in Cuba, China, Greece, Spain, Italy. What have your experiences been like being able to travel the world like that?
Well, for me, it's been an eye-opening, because when you don't know about other cultures, you are kind of afraid sometimes. But when you are experiences the life of other people in their cultures, you get to see that we are extremely similar. We might be different. We might be having different culture, different customs, different languages, but we are pretty similar as human beings.
And I've seen from your pictures that it has really spanned the entire spectrum of human emotion. Tell me something that's really kind of lightened your heart and something that that you enjoyed.
I enjoy the human experience as it portrays, as it develops through my lens, and most of the time it's something that I don't plan. It's something that I don't consciously wait for. It's just
Right.
that if something develops in front of my lens, I just wait for it, and I try to. I'm not a paparazzi.
Right.
I try to develop a rapport with the people that I photograph. I usually talk to them when I can, or I develop some kind of relationship.
So you're immersing yourself in the culture. You're not just, hey, I'm going to take a picture
No.
now. Yeah.
I don't
okay.
do that.
What is your this first picture here? I know is probably your
That's
most
a key
famous
picture,
one.
of course.
Yeah, right.
That lady is from my hometown in Cuba, Santiago de Cuba.
So you can open up and show it to
sure.
us. Yeah, right here.
She was, this was the first photograph, good photograph that I took from this series, and back then, this was in 2003. She was not famous. I took this picture. The next year, I went back and I looked for her, and we kind of had a relationship. Today, she's a famous person in Santiago, but the picture is like the key image of my show.
So it's kind of like your centerpiece.
Sure.
So,
Yes.
you think your photograph kind of made her a little bit more famous, or what she does made her famous, or is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both because right after she's become, I mean, here in Miami, many people know about her because of this photograph. But in back in Cuba, she's become famous because of what she does, which is like she sells products on the streets, and she's like an icon of the city these days.
Right. So, we talked about your exhibit. Where is it going to be at? Tell me a little bit about the venue.
The venue is going to be. It's not like a regular art gallery, but it's an art space. The BPA Accounting Services office. They are art promoters, and they have a very large space dedicated to exhibits like this, and they promote artists and photographers, and they do it like on a regular basis.
So your gallery is going to be open from October 3rd to December 5th. That's a good solid 2 months.
Yep.
This is your first time having your own solo exhibit.
Yeah.
So for you personally, how do you feel about that? Is it exciting?
Extremely exciting. It's been like a dream come true, and especially I have many series and many subjects, but this is every person who sees this series becomes touched, and I have a lot of people that I don't even know, and they're planning on coming to the gallery.
Is this something that you plan on doing and continuing to do?
I hope.
So maybe you can continue to call it a different series or something like that.
I hope.
As the people that you've taken pictures of, do you keep in touch with them ever, or is that possible?
Some of them I try. Like I have one pictures here from 2010. The owner of a nightclub here in Miami, Oikomayer. I had a photograph of him, and he didn't even know that I photographed him and his family. And I contacted him and I told him, "Can I have your picture featured in my show?" And he was thrilled about that. So I kind of, when I can, I keep contact with the individuals. But if I cannot, it's just
right. Yeah, it's hard because you've taken pictures from all over the world, and some of these people have no possible way of contacting you, right?
Exactly.
So for the people that do know that you've taken their pictures, that's one story that you just told. How do they feel about that?
I sometimes this type of photography is many people ask me if I'm afraid of taking picture of people and approaching people and kind of invading their space. And my reply to that is that I usually don't. I'm not a paparazzi, like I told you. I develop some type of rapport with the individuals, and I kind of respect their space. And if it comes to that, the fact that they don't like the picture, I just delete it.
That's very respectful of you. I know a lot of people just take pictures. I know my friends take pictures of me, put it on Facebook. Hey, don't put that on there. Mom's going to see it. But that's very nice of you. I do understand that and very respecting of you. Now, again, as continuing as you are with your projects, anything else on the horizon for you? I know this is kind of your centerpiece right now. It's the forefront of your mind.
Right.
Continuing forward.
I may next year. My hometown will be the 500th anniversary of my hometown, and most photographs that you see from Cuba are from Havana, Trinidad, the West. I'm from the East, from Santiago, and I do have a very nice portfolio of the city, the culture, the people. So I'm planning next year to have a show on that for the anniversary of the city. Hopefully, I will find the venue and the means to do it.
Well, I hope so too, because that's definitely something that I think is very important. 500 years of your city, and maybe you can do it even here in Miami. We do call it Second Cuba, so it's possible. Thank you so much for joining us, William. Once again, folks, that was William Riera. His gallery, Souls, Evocative Portraits from Around the World, is going to be open from October 3rd through December 5th at 2030 Douglas Road, Suite 119, right here in Coral Gables. That'll do it for this edition of Coffee Talk. And remember, you can always check us out on channel 77 locally, and as well as AT&T Uverse channel 99. There are more ways than ever to connect to your city. Check us out on www.coralgables.com, as well as youtube.com/coralgablestv. Make sure to give us a like and a follow, okay? This has been Coffee Talk. I'm Mike Biana. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.